Toa, calling from Boycott.
Welcome to the
Thank you,
platform.
brother. Thank you very much. You know, the whole thing here, really, I want to ask people, because of the demand that the woman made, both is coming in, that's why they are facing out today on the street. That's the question I have to ask.
All right, thank you. 0776 105 105 881 143504. 776 105 105 881 143504. We pick out the last person here and then go back to the panel quickly. 776 105 105 881 143504 are the numbers will pull you through tonight. You're going to be live here on the platform. For those of you just joining us, let's say welcome to the radio service of T-Show with People Communications Incorporated, top 105.3. We go on a line and pick up Mr. SAGA on that quickly. Good evening, Chief.
You see, yeah, I always have one with how things are done in Liberia.
Like,
The RG came on air, publicly announced that government official, part of the drug scandal, the journalists being paid. There was not a single journalist single about him. Government vehicles were being used for the transportation of this drugs. Now today you are arresting another person, charging them, and people are linking her with statements she made that both were coming. We should not be in this country to always leave room for speculation that people are being witch hunted. If the people are really sincere and serious about investigating their drugs, the first person should be on the list should be the police director. Let him single the people out. Then we know that things are done. People are saying this, that, and that.
Okay.
Let's be candid in this country. That's a bad precedent we are setting here for tomorrow. We will not look at things from the surface. That statement that man made is tantamount to even put the whole government reputation at stake. And he stayed there, is not being questioned. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So at this point, we'll hold it there and go back to the panelists here this evening. So thanks to all
Thank you, Mr. Wulu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I always say when people can always surprise me. Well, I think it says 11. It's 11 p.m. there in Liberia. They will not call that when they can call plenty. Well, that's good. Well, thank you guys for being part of the show this evening. I want to start with you, Mr. Nubo, to respond. I think I'll pick up 2 or 3 questions here, but I'll let each one of you to answer to respond to what you heard. Mr. Nubo, let's start with
you. What I heard, I think most of their focus was on
Mr. Nubo.
Yes.
Let me hold you, sir. I just realized that we've been joined by one of our fellow panelists. Let him introduce himself, and I'll come right back to you, sir. Please.
Okay.
Mr. Nippet. Mr. Nippet. Yeah, let me call his name. Mr. Nippet, please introduce yourself, sir.
What a day. Thank God it is Wednesday and we are on set to speak to our people, to teach our people, to bring them information. You have called my name, so I think that they know my name already. And let Mr. Nubo continue.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nubo.
Yes. Okay, I feel that I beg to differ did not do justice to the case. What? In the charge sheet, there is no reference to the video that you played.
Okay, let me hold you right up, Mr.
No. Let me land.
You will land, sir. You will land. Let me just make a quick interjection in your land. When I play the video, I will play the video in reference to what Madam Claudia said. I
Okay.
never played a video from the beginning of the show, but when she came on and she referenced the video, I said, let me play it so all the other panelists can hear it. That's why I played the video.
And most of the people that call, they were referencing the video. But there is nowhere in the charge sheet that it referenced the video. They say drug trafficking, money laundering, unlicensed importation of controlled substances, unlicensed sale, distribution of controlled substances, criminal solicitation, or criminal conspiracy, other related offenses. That's what it says. So the colors did not reference any of those. I mean, her statement has nothing to do with money laundering. Her statement has nothing to do to the sale of controlled substances and what have you. So there, I feel that I know we blew it. Thank you.
All right, I bet to differ, but let me go to Mr. Monju. Mr. Monju.
Mr. Monju,
you are muted, sir.
You are muted.
So you really want to hear me, huh? So on this panel, I condemn the destruction of the 4.2 metric tons of cocaine. I think you all remember that. Those that were there at the time. Jua Howard coming from?
I don't know.
You should be good now, so you should be good.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got it. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so like me, Jua Howard Taylor condemned that destruction, of the evidence. But I think that shouldn't play a part in, whatever indictment they have against it. But what the government needs to disclose, and this could be critical, because if they don't do this right, Mrs. Howard Taylor will walk. They need to tell us whether there were representative samples independently tested. They need to tell us who witnessed and documented the testing and destruction. Whether defense representatives had an opportunity to inspect the evidence. They also need to tell us the weight, purity, packaging, and fingerprints that were documented, as well as the foreign labs that verified the substance. So it's this thing is just beginning, and it's not as straightforward as some of us, there's some people out there might think, oh, well, those are looking at it from a political lens. Might think, oh, she was in power. Gregory Coleman said it started in 2021. No, it's not straightforward. So those are things that the government of Liberia need to focus on for some of the forensic aspect, the chain of custody and all that sort of stuff that we're not known for. I think Archie, Mr. Nubo and Mr. Nipe remember the story I told about Zobanjo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Waterside, where this man in the early 70s went down Waterside. He was angry. He took his shotgun, a buckshot, a single barrel, and he shot some people. Apparently, people died and all that. And the Liberian police went there and started shooting at him too.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, when they arrested him and told he said his lawyer, Joseph J. Chesson, said you didn't kill anybody. And we can prove it. And Zubanjo said, okay, I didn't shoot anybody. Because when they went to court, Chesson asked, where are the forensic tests? Bring out the bodies that the bullets went through. Where's the forensic lab to test the bullets so it showed that it came from Zubanjo rifle? They said, oh, but the people that they killed are also Madingo people, you know that Muslim people, they buried them right away. So a lot of them were from Guinea. And we all know Muslim people, they don't go and honor a body. And what happened? Zubanjo walk. So don't be surprised if that happened. We have not learned anything. Sloppy. Alain.
All right, Mr. Mojo, thank you. Again, I beg to differ, but we're going to go around the table. Let's go to you, Madam Claudia.
Thank you very much. I just want to say this. We know that Gregory Coleman is very involved in this. And that's only because he is the investigator. He's supposed to be involved. He's supposed to have information, just like we, the journalists. We have a lot of information, but does that mean I did the crime? Does that mean I'm the one that is soliciting or conspiring to conspire with criminals? No. But the question is this. We know that Gregory Coleman has even went to the extreme to arrest his own people in. And all the people, the patrol chief, the major crime chief, the CID commissioner were all caught red-handed. And we have something called snitching. And everybody's entitled and have their right to snitch. Sometimes the state can even minimize your indictments based on concrete information. All we know, Madam Howard, is just the small fish trying to catch the big fish. You understand? So the questions from those that are calling, you have to understand, Gregory Coleman has the right to have the information that he knows he has. But it doesn't mean he has the right also to expose that information. Because we know Liberia now, Facebook and social media has become the norm of Liberia. And I respect that. And I encourage people to let social media help build our lives. Be well informed. Know everything about what we need to know in surviving out here in Africa. But it doesn't mean that because I know all that thing, mean I'm part of it. Right now, I can give you a whole bunch of information because I see more than anybody. But do you see me running to Liberian headquarters to say I see them one, I see them one? No, because I don't see much. Your evidence has to be concrete. It cannot be speculation. I can speculate anything because I'm not a political partisan. I can speculate anything against CDC, UP, or anybody. But it's not right to speculate. It's right to go by what is evident in this case here. We have big police people in jail. So that's all I wanted to respond to that. But I also want the panel to answer their question for me in going through all of these, answering our callers' questions or whatever. Do you think that Gregory Coleman should be suspended for now? Shouldn't he be suspended for now until the entire thing finish where? Tina Bono, she was arrested many years ago. She was allegedly accused of having a cargo of drugs brought in. Her name was somewhere attached, allegedly. She turned herself in for a different crime. And like I said, everyone has their right to snitch. Even me, somebody hold me for something I know I'm not part of, but you did it. Y'all can't kill me one time because I will snitch you out. I don't want to go to jail in Africa. The condition in South Beach, let me tell you something. I went there. The condition in South Beach for the women's side is okay. You just sweep whole day when you enter. They want to show their imperial, their status, the women, by giving you a broom and maybe sweeping whole day. We went on a visual visit, so I know what happens there. But now is the time for the state to make Madam Howard talk, because I know she knows a lot. She's just the operation small fish for the bigger fish. That's where my conspiracy theory lies. And I look forward to following this case head on, and we will follow it. We'll follow it and make sure that we follow it just how we followed the previous case with the late Madam Jackson, Mrs. Jackson, because he made a comment on Facebook, oh, my wife not that, my wife ain't make it. Right away, he was held for murder. And later what? Acquitted and sent home. So you have to understand that what we say with our mouth can put problem on you and put you with something that you don't have no knowledge of. We can lie in Liberia, Bawe. Everybody knows something. Okay, I'm finished.
Thank you, Madam Claudia. I know you gotta go all night, but I'll hold you right there. And your connection is so crisp tonight. I know that's why you wrote it like this, but you know, it's good. It's good. You're doing that. I want to keep Mr. Swambi last because he is the legal mind here among us. So let me go to Mr. Nippet. Mr. Nippet, you're listening to your fellow panelists. I know you were not here for the call in, but is there anything you want to share based on what you heard so far?
I heard the callers.
Oh, you did? Okay.
The first person said that he welcomes and commend the government for doing what it is doing. And if anybody is caught and paraphrase his language, and there are facts to bring to justice, they should be brought to justice. Ome Gonda came, Mr. Gonda that is came, and wanted to know why is it that the government is not transparent. The police director said there were top persons in the government, top people in the government, and he's of the opinion that those top people should have been named. And the five of them, the connection of their language points into one direction. Police director said there were top people. Now, but what is a government? So the first thing they need to understand, what is a government? Because when I say government, they're thinking about UP government. No, the government is comprised of three separate and distinct branches to enforce the question and to answer the question of check and balance. Is there sufficient check? Is there balance? That's why you have the three rooms in the house. It's like the Trinitarian stuff. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In the context of that, the government comprises of the first branch, those who make the law, those who execute the law, where the presidency comes in, and the judiciary, the interpreter, the ones that understand the law, all of the language, the contextual phrases, the clauses, everything, the inferences. That's why we have the courts. So that's the government right there. Three equal but distinct, separate branches. That is the government. So if the police director says hire people in the government, the government, it means hire people in the three branches of the government. It doesn't mean UP administration. Because what they are thinking is that, oh, the police director said that in the UP people, why going to Mrs. Joel? Is it right to go to Honorable Joel Howard Taylor? For profound reason, that could be, it could be right. For suspicion, for the investigation going, and people leaving pieces of information here, there, and yana. That when you put them together, they point into a certain direction. And I listened to from our room that the police director was being asked on 50-50. Team match is that. What do you mean? He said, I mean what I said. And we're going to start from 2021. And I suspect very highly that since the government of Liberia established a second, reached a second understanding with our international, with a country within the international community, we started having this problem. We began to have this problem. There were stories that at a certain place on the ELWA highway, people were meeting there every night. When I got to Liberia, I heard that same story. But I didn't want to attempt to go into that area. See, if you go there, you will smell it. It's there. They are doing it every night. So, there must be a reason why a former vice president, we have to be rational in our thinking and ask ourselves the question, why? Because the why will educate you and let you know that something happened. They say, where there is smoke, there is some fire. And in the Liberian parlance, they say something in that, they say something is in the cat's belly. So it's the police, right? Based on suspicion, high probability to go after the former vice president. I'm sure the police director had consulted the Justice Department, the Minister of Justice, bringing forth essential elements and getting the go-ahead to arrest Mrs. Taylor. Right. But the way they did it, I don't like the way they did it. It's in the ring and they ordering her to calm down from the car. No. That's the video that was played.
No.
That's what I heard.
No. Finish up, Mr. Nippy. Finish up.
Yeah, but you see, when you come like that, then you take up my train of thought.
Okay, see, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know why you do that on purpose to eviscerate my thought.
No, don't accuse me of premeditated action. No, sir.
So I heard the video. Oh no, she will not get her in the ring. Oh, and she's talking that they identify the car 1071 that. But they should have issue such warrants. Because the law does not mean its language.
All right, let me hold you there, Mr. Nippy. Let me hold you there. Let me hold you there, sir. Thank you so much.
But I didn't learn. I didn't learn. You murder the people on the plane.
All right, get a second, sir.
When you're talking, nobody talk. Nobody talk. Tell a second. So they should have accorded her some deference as being the former first lady. I mean, former first lady and then former vice president. Sex warrant, go to her and see what there are pieces of information there. But to order her to calm down in the ring and her security saying no, she's not going to get down and all those kind of things. That's not good. That's humiliation. The law does not guarantee you humiliating a person before you carry them to the court. Because the law presumes that everyone, when they are caught, they are not guilty until proven guilty. So you cannot just grab the first lady, the former vice president. That's our former vice president. Grab her in the street. And then Claudie was of the opinion whether Director Coleman should not step down. And if he were to step down, then the investigation will go as smoothly as possible. Well, the hammer he's in the operating theater. So he has to operate until it is proven that he said snitching. That the information comes out that he is a part, he facilitated in the whole crime. But Mr. Numba, you're not the host. Why are you doing that?
No, I just said thank you. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I gotta bring another panelist in. Thank you so much. Mr. Nippy.
You want to sing a happy birthday song, you ran away.
Oh, you got to take it back.
Okay. All right. So let's go. I will hold. Let me tell you one thing. I want to be very short, Mr. Swambi, and I want to bring you in so that you can talk about it, because there's another angle that I wanted to bring in and talk about it, and it has to do with Yeke Koluba. But I'll hold on for now. Let's finish with the aspect, and then we'll move on to the other side of the debate. Mr. Swambi, do you agree? I'm going off now of the call. I'm going from the callers. Do you sense any witch hunt into this? I mean, you explain to us legally here. If I know if Jewel Howard listening to this tip tomorrow, or any other people that will feel very good because you dismiss everything that's happening here tonight. You as a legal defendant, lawyer, this is nothing, All right, so the government said what the government said. But as a legal lawyer, it is normal. But we're going to meet before a judge if we have a bench trial, or we're going to meet before the jury if we have a jury trial. And so if I am the accused and listening to you, I feel very relaxed right now. Okay, yeah, all right, that got rid of, relax my mind. But please speak to the question of the callers. Do you sense any witch hunt into this? That's my only question tonight. I'm going to re-echoing what the caller said.
Well, your question is a difficult one, and it is not a stand-alone question, meaning a question that has a yes and no answer. And I'll pick it back on. I keep forgetting my brother. I don't know, is it Juju or what have you? I'll pick it back on some of the things. Manju. Okay, Manju. Yeah, Manju said earlier that certain things have happened in Liberia before. I think where the color is coming from has to do with what I call the expectation gap in Liberia as far as the Liberian judiciary is concerned. Okay? We have three branches of government. From time immemorial, the judicial branch has been used by political leaders to target their friends, has been used by political leaders to go after their opponents. And as a matter of legal practice, the judiciary historically has been inept, opening itself to repute, opening itself to be discredited on grounds of corruption and what have you. So over time, people have developed a perception that nothing good can come from the judiciary. Now, on the sum total of what the government said today, just looking at it objectively, let's say this is an objective, free, impartial judiciary, I don't think I can read into it that the government is targeting somebody, okay? If that statement had come from the Attorney General of you and our great Commonwealth of Virginia, I wouldn't be questioning it, but as a defense attorney, I will be happy that has been retained because the money has to show up in my bank before I show up. Okay? I'll be having my press conference tomorrow morning telling the government you're full of BS, and until you can prove something, shut up. That's how a normal judiciary functions. But I understand where the caller is coming from. On the sum total, I wouldn't say somebody that's been targeted because, again, I do not know what this government has. It is still early.
Okay, let me follow up with my question I wanted to ask before we went online. In the video we played before we went online of Madam Jewel House, I know Mr. Newey disagree with this, but I got to play this. I got to come up with my question. Madam Jewel Howard Taylor said that there is a place in Liberia where there's no law enforcement, where ships come in with drugs. Honorable Swambi, is that enough to call the former vice president into question? Or is there enough reason in that statement to want to question her based on what is obtaining in the country currently, as far as the drug proliferation is concerned?
But as a matter of investigation, I think it is prudent to ask the former vice president of the republic, what she knew then when she was vice president about the so-called port or entry where there was no governmental entity and where drugs came in routinely. And if she knew then, what did her government do about it? And just as a matter of curiosity, investigation, we're talking about a lot of drugs here, something that could taint the country's image. So I, as a police director, I would want to know from the former vice president what she knew then, what she knows about our place today. Maybe she could be of help to me. Again, none of this shows that she was being targeted. But that statement alone, from an investigation perspective, is an interesting question. If I were the police director, again, in a functional judiciary, I would want to know from a former government official uh, where she's talking about, what she knows, how can she help my investigation. So I don't see anything wrong with that. The other thing, though, that I will take on was the thing that my sister said earlier. She said the indictment involves a conspiracy. Okay, one person does not conspire. The definition of conspiracy as it relates to crime is the same across the world. There might be people might play on the words, but they all mean the same thing. There must be some meeting of the mind between one or two people, and it must involve some illicit activity. And just because you meet and conspire is not anything but yet you actually be on will to carry on that conspiracy. You must take some substantial steps towards the implementation of the conspiracy. So again, I caution everybody we should take time and wait yet. This thing is not over yet. If it is true that we sought help, that Liberia has sought help from the United States, Great Britain, and other people, I will tell you, on the charge of conspiracy alone, a lot is still to come.
Okay. Mr. Monju, any question or comment?
I've got a comment. I've got an observation. I believe that Liberia will suffer what they call an institutional capture. You've heard about
what does that mean? The first time I hear that phrase.
Yeah. Well, you guys, police officers have already been implicated in the order trafficking investigation. The authorities previously said officers help escort cocaine after it entered Liberia. So therefore, the investigation just can't stop with politicians or foreign traffickers. They need to examine, police and drug enforcement officials, airport and seaport personnel, people that handle packaging at the airport, customs and immigration officers. They need to be investigated. Freight forwarders and logistics companies, they're the one who actually, move back and forth within the country. banks, money transfer business, and of course, beneficial owners, political sponsors, and campaign finance connections. All those things, it's it's bigger than Jua Howard Taylor. This is a whole kind of universe that the Liberian government, and like I said before on one of our previous panels, I said we shouldn't be ashamed. It has nothing to do with, oh, well, we're infringing upon our, these people will infringe upon our sovereignty. No, go out. The United States.
Yeah, you said that before. Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said that before. That's what the government needs to do. Do not think about, because this thing is big. If they don't know how to solve it, they don't know how to resolve it, we could end up like what happened to Guinea-Bissau. It became a narco state. And that's where it was, how to call it, the state was captured. Yeah, because the narco dealers in Latin America. Then you got the Balkans too. I think when our Minister of Justice, during his presentation, he mentioned people from the Balkans, Croatia,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, and all those places. So this is an international war. And while we're fighting that war on one hand, I was just looking at the data coming from in India to Nigeria, the tramadol that they're feeding throughout West Africa, that all the you go into the Liberian pharmacies, they're there. So we got this drug fight, we got it on so many different fronts. So we got to go out and, ask for help. The Indian government helped the, pharmaceutical companies in India that manufacturing these very, very dangerous drugs. Some are designed for animals, but some humans, they take it because they make them high and they destroy them. Thousands and thousands of metric tons they have intercepted coming to West Africa. So that's one area that we barely hear about. The Ghanaians are fighting it because their children on drugs. I mean, it's just completely, it reached to a point, almost a point of no return, that they got to ask the Indian government to help. So look, let's do a root cause analysis. The root cause is we manufacture in India. Once you shut that down, we wouldn't see the flows into our pharmacies in West Africa. So yeah. And like I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned this previously. The stop that they made on the former vice president, I don't know if it was illegal. Was there a warrant for her arrest? I mean, what actually brought about that stop? Was she wanted? Those are questions we need to ask. You don't say, oh, because, the people not in power, we can infringe upon their rights and get away with it. Well, when they get the next group come into power, they probably would say the same thing and do the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Monju. Mr. Swami, I know Mr. Monju didn't ask question, but somebody he was inferring to a lot of stuff that I think you want to speak to. Did you get him?
Apart, but we are to some extent far apart. And I think you and George Numo understand my limited writing on African country broadly, but in particular Liberia. I, for one, for the longest, but for as long as I've known myself, before I even stepped foot through law school, I've been an advocate for institutions. I've said for a very long time that the best aid Liberia should have sought after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was elected was to have asked for judicial trusteeship for Liberia. We don't have the institution like he pointed out. What's coming in the country, how they are coming there, how they are impacting people. We cannot even account for it yet. Liberians are very people. We proclaim this. We are a serving country. And you can't be serving when you can't even control your border. So, it's time to cut through some of the red tapes. Maybe this should be the one thing that will get us to seek the kind of aid that will provide dividends for our country. Maybe we should ask for help with this drug thing, but beyond this drug thing, we should ask for real, serious help with things like the ability to police, have incredible people serve on our police force. Look, the Americans helped Alan Johnson Sirleaf with a police force. If we came back to them then and asked them, with foreign, how you call it, a Secret Service protection, if we asked them to give us few good judges to help train our judges, they would have done it. I think it's about time that we ask them. Just like Mr. Manju, I do believe, given the corruption in Liberia, even if the evidence is crystal clear, if Joa Howard Taylor plays her money, she will be walking and we'll be scratching our heads again. And there are lots of problems with this case from the get going. One is how the evidence was preserved. We said there was drug. Who knows what lab processed that drug? Who knows the chain of command? The next thing we look, the drug is being burned. Okay? There's something in that we criminal defense attorney play with in America that's called contamination of the evidence. Liberia is notorious for not handling evidence the right way. Maybe you guys have forgotten what happened to the Lebanese man, 500,000 drug money. Okay, fellow banks who's teaching law in Liberia today said that money became part of the national budget. How does the man who taught law in the United States, is appointed an attorney general, knows the federal rules of evidence, confiscate cash from somebody, and it migrates from the Justice Department into the national budget? That beats me. We might be heading to that same scenario here. So we ought to proceed carefully, and we ought to be on our knees praying that maybe this time our institution will show up for all of us, including Joa Howard Taylor, so that if she's innocent, she can get to walk. And Nina Point, the Solomon 12, the Bago that we're already facing in the country. Those are just some of the points that I like to emphasize.
Okay. And look, my brother, I'm with you. They just so many. They keep piling up, right? You mentioned Samuel 12. I could go back to the Waterside border. That $1 million cash they took from that US dollar cash they took from that individual. The $19.2 million case. Just so much is happening. But I want to hold it right there and go to our sister Claudia. She's in Liberia and very late right now, gentlemen. Let's give her the chance to come in before she drop off, because it's almost 12 a.m. there with her.
Thank you very much. So I just want to conclude that I'm so happy for my network. I just want to conclude that.
And we are very happy for your network. That network is good.
I'll have someone take a picture of me so you can see how I'm literally out here like a monkey right now trying to find that network. So my son has this tree he likes to sit in. I'm in the tree right now. So anyways, the question was about political witch hunt. No, we know that during her vice presidency, she had a rough relationship with the then president, George Weah. So we know it's not a political witch hunt. I know for a fact it's not a political witch hunt. But when you talk about politics again, there's a question mark there. Because the county she comes from, Bone County, is it has the biggest block of voters, just like Minnesota has with Liberian immigrants. Has the biggest block, and we know Prince Moy is a big voice out there, could be the potential next president if he were to try to be, to contest. But we know that he is one of the largest voices as it relates to the drug case. He's always on top because we know, and I can share a video with you, that Kush, everyone voted this present government to take Kush from here. And we never knew Kush was cocaine. We never knew it was I don't know how they call it, methadone or whatever, but I know it's meth.
Methamphetamine.
Okay,
Methamphetamine.
okay. So I'm
Methamphetamine.
sorry because so all right. So we know that Kush was considered to be just a phrase of drugs in general. Any kind of drug, marijuana would be pills or, but no one was calling pills. They were just calling Kush. So the government fought to get Kush out. Presently, as I'm speaking, my environment was wasted in Kush. Now I can sit out here and there's nobody passing, asking business. Oh, nothing like that. I am free. My atmosphere is free. But pills has become one of the biggest issues now. And we also know that we also have Honorable Cole as well in Bond County. And he, along with Carlos Gray, were present at the police center today, trying to, just kind of like find out what's going on. And they were all asked off the premises not because of political witch hunt, because everybody here is not into politics too much. We're into trying to understand why this government was put into power for drugs. Drugs been in. We shouldn't be surprised at this. We should be happy because we voted them in here because we wanted drugs out of here. The one they're doing now, we can't praise them and say, well, thank you, woo, because we know the next one coming move for inside Liberia pills. That means that even we got to protest around, all of us join hands to put it out of here because I have a son here that's always being harassed by it. We will do that. But for now, let us praise and be happy that things are being done. And we also have to understand when it's being done, we have to also give the law the chance. They can jab you. Or somebody said they saw you. Yeah, okay, but then let's go to the police station. Because they didn't arrest her for drugs. They arrested her because she was trying to leave Liberia. So the question is why? And we sanction you not to go. We said send your letter in, explain to us what you know about 18 years. Because people say you know something. Instead of her responding, just like Senator Kone, the IG as well, these people are responding, giving their side of what they know about it. She didn't do that. She instead tried to leave. So we have to understand the ground of which she's being allegedly accused. Conspiracy, that is the main topic here. Because you can't launder money that you don't have. She said, according to her, the drugs was burned. All the evidence was burned. So how do you launder burn evidence? The drugs money that was apprehended, where is it? How do you launder that? So it's the conspiracy because she knows something but don't want to share the information. So we have to pray because I know in Sotheby's they are listening. She's listening to this. Trust me, I know for a fact. And I want her and everyone that knows that they're not part of this whole syndicate to be very honest here. There's no friendship when it comes to freedom. Because the person you defend, that person walking free or around here chilling. The money that they're spending to buy big cars, put 20 meters in their houses, you're sitting in Sotheby's because you have information on them. Let the government do its job. That's what we put them here for. No one should ever try to stop that from happening. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Madam Claudia, thank you so much. Mr. Swami, I want to bring you in last because you're the legal mind here. Let's go to you, Mr. Nippet. Comment, question?
Oh my God! What is
Mr.
this?
Nubo?
No, I got it. Please.
Okay, sir. Okay, all right. I thought you. I couldn't get you. You know, we're live on the radio now. We can't be too.
Not my time, but you can go right ahead.
No, go ahead.
You want Eastern time I do now?
If
I were, no, that's the telephone gave me problem.
Okay.
If I were the police director, knowing that Mrs. Taylor had said there were places in the country where ships were docking and substances were unloaded and then brought into the rural community, I will invite her. I would have invited her.
Absolutely.
I would
Absolutely.
have invited her because consistent with what she would tell me, that would be a burden of proof that the prosecuting attorney will be able to use. Say, for instance, this I'm talking about Sanoport, and no police presence and no CID presence and where they are. And I've had a personal experience as your first lady and vice president of the Republic of Liberia seeing these things here. Could that be why in the previous administration she was detested, she was treated unlike a vice president and a female? That could be some of the reasons. You say, but this thing not supposed to happen. And the power that be at the time vehemently protested, you can't be my vice president, you're seeing these things, so I'll sideline you. And she was sidelined. But I say again, the law makes no excuse for a person. Take, for instance, here in the United States, even though President Trump now for the second time was former president, he was taken to court. In Liberia, what happens in Liberia is so strange that when you have sat in an office, which is tentatively, it does not make you a law. Your personage is not upgraded to be a saint. You are an ordinary person, but you have an opportunity to serve your country. When you leave that seat, it does not preclude you from any investigation if you were to be investigated. When we start doing things that way, consistent with the law, not in violation, but consistent with the tenets of the law, we'll be getting somewhere. The right councillor talk about trusteeship, about judiciary, trusteeship, about judiciary. I think the trusteeship will be like what Monju said, grabbing something and holding onto it. It will be something like taking us back, even though we're now colonized and this is not the ACS time, but it will be like carrying us back to that time. What I have observed in Liberia, they have had this workshop with legal luminaries coming from the United States and imparting the first class judicial practice to our lawyers and to our judges. And they had this building just opposite the police station on the right side where they used to go to the classes. So I would not want to have our system hijacked, that you have others to come and practice law or to be in the law offices or court to be telling the judges what to do and how to do and what to say. My preference will be that we have a continuous process of brushing them up. You have the legal minded scholars from Great Britain, from the United States, and even from our sister country to just come. Judges, you have students exchange programs. Exchange our judges, go to Ghana, sit down there for some time, watch the judicial system. Come, because when I was at the embassy, what did we do? We brought two chief justices. I spoke with the ambassador. It is high time for our chief justices to come abroad. He said, why? I said, so they can learn this. I said, the justice system is something like a medicine. Every time they have new things, they have new invention, they have new way of overhauling the system. And Johnny Lewis, peace be to his memory, Johnny Lewis came. And then the next one was Chief Justice Francis Kwakwa. He came here with Elizabeth Boyne, who is now married to the former ambassador to Japan, Liberian former ambassador to Japan.
Bramwell Nelson.
Bramwell Nelson. So when you do those kind of things, you see, you have to think out of the box. When you are given an opportunity to serve,
Thank you,
you
sir.
serve in a way that it's like you're going to taking your daily shoes or your daily clothes to the dry cleaner. You take your
Amen.
shoes to the shoe shine man, and he polishes it well, and nobody know that our shoe gets more spot on it, but it's well polished, so you can wear a new suit with that. Your clothes is well ironed and dry clean. That despite the fact it's an old clothes, but you can go to any banquet with that black tuxedo that you have. So I agree with him in one sense that our people should be polished so that the judicial system can be more credible, unlike what it is now. But if I were the police director, what I saw on the video, I would not have done it. Even to a common citizen who has who selling on Broad Street, I would not have done it. He said,
Okay.
Gayeson got some information about people selling coke in this place. I will invite Gayeson.
Thank you,
Because
Chief.
Gayeson will stand the test of time if I took that case to court to bring down the guilty judgment. And that will be my only thing I see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nubo?
Yes. I've been waiting, and maybe the next time I need to come before Mr. Nippin because all my thoughts
You're taking up
can
all your
go
time now.
away. All my thoughts can go away.
You know,
But
Judge Nubo,
but
he always let us vacillate.
but but I feel that this is not a witch hunt. I know Joel Howard is highly educated woman. Is a highly educated woman.
Well, let's say she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer now, so she's a
Yes,
member of the Supreme Court, the bar.
yes, I know. And if the people at the airport went there with no warrant, she was going to talk about it. But in her vehicle, she said she was going to stop by her house first to
Yes.
get her lawyer to head to the police station. So I don't call it a witch hunt. And secondly, she has made several utterances, even though the charge sheet did not talk about that, because some of them had no relation with a charge. She, when they were in power, their statement said it was their time to enjoy. Even recently, she said that the amount that she proposed for registration for those who want to run for positions is far more than what Chairman Weeder said. What Chairman Weeder proposed.
All right, hold on, Mr. Nubo.
I
Mr.
know
Nubo.
that
Mr. Nubo.
some
Mr. Nubo.
representatives. No.
Sir, you got everything. All your time say you got to replace it back on it. Let's go slow on this one.
Okay.
Because you are revealing a very, very important information.
Well, I will go slow on it now.
No, let's go slow on it. We'll go very. Let's go very.
I will go slow on it when you cut me off.
Yes.
Just go 10 miles per hour.
We're going to come back. Let's come back on it.
Okay.
Are you saying, sir, that the former vice president is saying to the nation that the proposal that we know coming out of the National Election Commission is small. I want to go. That's why I'm saying let's go slow with the thing.
Okay.
Forget the big bull. Let's leave out the big bull out. Talk to somebody from Zaytown, please.
Okay. Okay. My Zaytown people.
Thank you.
Before
talk to the people of Benalu.
No, I'm talking to Benalu people. Benalu people are Kui people. Maybe I can talk to Plibo people. My Plibo people. Before Jonathan Widow made the announcement that presidential candidates should pay $10,000 to register, Joel Howard Taylor said presidential candidates should pay $15,000. VP $10,000. And there are details. I have to check my notes. So what she proposed before Widow came out is more than what Widow came out with. And I have information that after Widow came out with that, some senators and representatives met with Widow for Widow to increase the amount, perhaps going to what Joel Howard Taylor proposed. I hope I made myself clear to the people.
Yeah, you did, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So, no, these things here, she has, it's what Jesse Jackson once said, called, diarrhea of the mouth, when he was referring to the senior Bush. That one of the problem of Joel Howard Taylor, diarrhea of the mouth. A mouth all over the place. And I'm not saying that's why she charged now, because the charge sheet did not list diarrhea of the mouth. But if I was the police, I would have add that there, that she had diarrhea of the mouth. So, I think she earned the charges. And I didn't hear her, they were doing a recording in her vehicle. I didn't hear her saying that there's no arrest warrant. All she said was that she wanted her lawyer to accompany her to the police station.
Yes.
Thank you. But I will call the lawyer or the police station tomorrow to add diarrhea of the mouth to the charge.
Okay, let's leave that. That's what I wanted to do. Mr. Swami, I know you're back with us. That's very good. I don't know if you heard Mr. Nippy and you heard Mr. Nubo. But is there anything you want to add before I go to the closing part of the discussion? I want to bring you another, side of discussion that I think is very important because we got to talk about this. That part I want to bring in. It could have been a whole new section of this thing. Just take away all that happening now. That part of it could be an entire, probably 2-3 year investigation. But anyway, Mr. Swami, let me hear you, sir. Charles, are you there? Yeah, you want to unmute, sir?
Yeah, okay. I heard what Mr. Nippy said. First of all, I'm going to address some of it quickly. Mr. Nippy is referencing a bunch of failed programs that have produced nothing in Africa except for chaos that have led to the deaths of so many people. That's one. Two, Liberia is not a sovereign state. A sovereign state provides for itself and provides for its own people.
I don't mean
no, let me finish. Let me really finish.
You got
we can't repeat the same mistakes that caused over 350,000 lives and plunged a young man like me into the United States at a young age and continue on that path. You reference Ghana. You don't know how Ghana got to where it got to. I can tell you, Ghana started at my law school in the United States, in Kansas. They have a program that worked. My law school was involved with it. That's how Ghana turned around. The future Chief Justice was on my campus. He met me personally. I can tell you a whole lot about Ghana. They did certain things right. They realized that their judiciary was rotten. It was polluted. Lawyers were criminals. The only difference between lawyers then and the actual criminal on the street the actual criminal on the street was carrying guns. There are lawyers who were part of the bribery.
And include your father, Professor Dr. Ayete.
Yeah, my dad Ayete pushed and we got Ghana changed around. The only difference between Ghanaian lawyers and the real criminals were the real criminals carry guns. The Ghanaian lawyers who were part of the criminal network, they were so sophisticated, they carried grip like I carry around in Washington, D.C. But in that grip were blood money. Okay? The Liberian judiciary is a disgrace for the Liberian people. I am appalled that you will even say that we should bring them training. Let me tell you, I was aware of the ABA program when Johnny Louis was Chief Justice. They went to Liberia, conducted the training. Hardly have they left when the crooks were asking for bribes and cheating. That's precisely the reason why they do not want Liberians like us who went to school in this country. Just want to go by this, you're listening on the place, it's not working. It's only a matter of time when we will start shooting one another again. Let's dismantle it. Let's ask real help, real aid that will help us turn things around is what I'm talking about. For example, in the United States, if a lawyer takes money, you're supposed to show up in court and you don't show up, you pay a price. There's something called a bar association. What has our bar association been doing in Liberia? I have my first complaint as a lawyer 10 years after I've been practicing. You know why I was hooked on? I didn't take money. I didn't sleep with my client. The client complained that I didn't return their call. I went from being a lawyer with stellar background to having to answer to the disciplinary board of Pennsylvania because a client claimed they called my office 2 to 3 times and I didn't return the call. I won that complaint because I actually have phone records showing that I called the client. You get what I'm saying? There's a price to be paid for the license that we carry. There's not a price to be paid in Liberia for corruption. Okay, lawyers can take people money and not show up to court. You got judges in the system who play both sides. When you have a judiciary like that, significant case like we're talking about today becomes a joke. That's what I'm trying to say.
Swami, I got to hold you right there. You're going to continue, but I got to hold you right there, my sir. I got to hold you right there. Look, I don't know.
Hold him right there.
No, hold on. Mr. Nippy, you're gonna come here and defend yourself.
I mean, he's not saying anything against what I said.
No. Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. Is that why you?
Because it amounts to just what I said.
Mr. Nippy, let me come in and I'll bring you in, sir. Please, is that okay? Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Swami, you said that we carry. I mean, you guys. I'm not a lawyer. Thank you. You said we carried the badge or we carry the license for a reason.
Of course.
Mr. Swami, do you know that we are currently pursuing and agitating for the misconduct of a lawyer called Nat Wilkins in Grangita County who has taken bribes. Let me put it on S. Let me pluralize it. Bribes for so many clients There are other lawyers. We got people. We got clients that came on the show.
You are muted, Archie.
Oh my God, Mr. Nubo. Why you didn't say that in a long time? Hey, man.
No, I heard a lot of what you said.
I know, man. I know my finger just hit the thing. I know I wasn't muted like that. My finger just hit the thing. So I took I be moving. I'm an African man, so I show, I show emotions.
Slow down your gesticulation.
Okay, I was sure I was. Let me ungesticulate. That's my own word. Don't hold it.
You know, asking for the action.
Yes, I do. Yes, sir, I do. But, Mr. Swami, we have an organization called the Grandview Bar Association. I know you don't practice in Liberia, and you made it very clear from the beginning. But speak to us from just a lawyer point of view. And from what I heard from you tonight, you are what we consider a very experienced lawyer. You're practicing in my area, in the DMV, and then in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Should the people of Grandview call for the dissolution or the Liberian Bar Association call? I know this is a completely different beg, my people, but because of what Mr. Swambi said, you know what? I'll take that back because this is going to pull off completely off track. I'll take that back. Swami, I'll talk to you in the back. Mr. Napier, let me have you respond to Mr. Swami.
No, let Mr. Swambi respond to that.
But it will take us off track, Mr. Nubo, and I don't want to do that.
I'm taking Mr. Swambi, to Hapo. He will be a Southeasterner.
Yeah, I want Mr. Nippy to come in. Let Mr. Nippy come in and respond.
You will not let me come in. You know, Judge.
They are on the same page. So when
I was taking to Sassan
for the next 30 minutes.
Okay, no, hold on. Okay, did he say they're on the same page? If they're on the same page, no need.
No. Let me
bring in the next topic.
Don't put a noose around my neck because Councilor Swami would not like it.
No, I mean, we see different side. We see different side of the thing all along. I Judge Newman knows. I don't believe before but I believe in selected here that can help. For us, for a country that saw a lot of killing, the judiciary, transforming the judiciary is paramount to building a democracy. Even in this country, for you and myself, Black African, to come here, Archie and myself live in the South, for he and I to walk in Tyson's Corner without people attacking us on the basis of our skin showed that there was a movement in this country called civil rights. And there were guys like Plessy who challenged white racists in this country on the basis of the Constitution. But beyond that challenge, there was a court that said, as an institution, we're going to stand by the law. We don't have that in Liberia, and the thing.
Now we're standing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but now we're standing.
Yeah. That's
you have heard the recent verdict of the Supreme Court, where the Civil Rights Act is being gutted as a way you had a chicken on the machine. How do we reconcile that? So to have a pure judicial system, in my thinking, is a difficult thing, because you will agree that when one person is guilty, they say, go to the appeal court. It is happening right now in the United States of America. Does it make the United States of America not to be a credible system? Absolutely no. Absolutely no. But we cannot take our country and then we say it is not a sovereign country. Liberia is a sovereign country. We just celebrate our independence on July 26th. We are about to celebrate another milestone, the Flag Day. That correlates to independence. That makes us a sovereign country. That we don't have the gains of other African specifically as you mentioned, Ghana, that's good. But all fingers are not equal. The creator fact, the creators himself, God Almighty, did not create our fingers to be equal. Some are shorter, even the thumb, which is assumed to be the more powerful finger on our hand. The thumb is the shortest. So all nations will not be equal, but they are equal in terms of independence. And nobody can say Liberia is not an independent country. We are a sovereign country.
What is independence?
But you were defined it because I know independent. Why are you asking me what is independence? You are the.
I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you.
When you move from the control, all right. When you move from the control of Mr. Swami or Councillor Swami, and you are carrying on your own attitude, your own conduct. You are conducting your own affairs. That is independent in the layman term. That is independent.
Okay. So from 1847 till now.
Oh.
You going no?
No,
you
he's
see?
driving. No, he's driving.
But Masha are driving too. Masha are driving. I'm a car here. I'm driving.
Okay, but you are driving in the same location.
Because we turn around and see you. Is that what you call independent?
The network, you know.
Why you be independent? When you can do things on your own. You're not on Councillor Swami farm. You're not dictating to you what to do. You're doing things you want to do.
I just want to learn from you what this independence is.
But that's what I just said. A self-mastery of your own destination or destiny.
Is that what we have in Liberia?
That's what we have in Liberia. Nobody telling us what to do and how to do, go about doing what to do.
All right, so it's good that we were allowed the guy in Grand Judah to be taking the people money.
Yeah.
Oh, because you are independent does not mean to say you don't have criminals. In the United States here, you have criminals.
And the magistrate to go to the missing.
Yeah, but when you are a magistrate here, and you are caught taking bribe, you know what happens to you?
Yes. So that's why you are defending, right? Mr. Nippy, Honorable Nippy.
What are you talking? What are you saying? What am I defending?
You defend the magistrate or going to the missing boys and say you're going to $50,000.
Did I not speak on that? I got notes for every day.
No, that is independent, right?
When somebody go to somebody's place, no, that is extortion.
Okay, but that's what we're doing right here.
That is extortion. But to say Liberia is not a sovereign nation. It's not a sovereign nation is where I disagree with the land lawyers.
From the Supreme Court down, you can find it. They gave me that prophet key. From the Supreme Court down, that's what they're doing in our country. Thank you.
Everywhere they do the same thing here.
That's not true. That's not true. What happened? No, you're wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong.
What is happening? What is happening?
I have practiced in this system
now. You are the lawyer. Give me chance. Let me learn from you.
Let the man come in.
You see that? You see that?
That's not good. For the last 15 minutes.
Look at trouble. Look at trouble.
The man having internet problem. Now
Gentlemen. Gentlemen, even though
anyway, let me come back to your issue and address it before we go.
Hold on, sir. Mr. Swami, hold on, please. I beg you. Even though it's 12:34 a.m. in Liberia, we still got people watching us. Let people still learning, my people. I beg you. Let go one.
Let me say what I want to say. He has a noose around my neck. So let me slacken that noose.
Okay, hold on now. Mr. Nippy, hold on, I beg you. Hold on. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to respond because
I will take one.
We are pressed on time now, so I'm going to keep the time.
I will take one.
So 1
I'm
minute,
bringing to
I'm gonna go to
I'm bringing to the land attorney or councilor. I'm bringing a case in point. The Abrego Garcia case. What happened to Abrego Garcia's case? Is that justice here? You want us to talk about justice? Is that justice here? When they
You
try
want me to
to
answer
free
that
me,
question?
when they try to free
Want me to
me in
answer
all
it?
kind of ways,
No,
please
no,
answer, sir.
no.
Hold on, please.
No,
Hold
no, no,
on.
no.
Yeah, you finished.
Actually, let Mr. Nippy take the 1 minute or 30
No, hold on
seconds
now, Mr.
and,
Nubo.
and make his case.
Mr. Nubo, I'm
We
timing
should
the
not,
thing.
no, we should not have back and forth.
Mr. Nubo, I'm
Yeah.
timing the people now. Hold on.
Okay.
Thank you,
And
sir.
and Mr. Nippy, all right with you, 30 seconds.
No, let me make my case.
Allow Mr. Nubo to make a case, please. I'm timing the Mr. Nubo, please.
Ah.
Go ahead, sir.
In our history, it is written, and in fact it is stated, on July 26, 1847, we declare independence to become a sovereign state. We know push me here, push me back to do our own thing, marshal our own destiny, to do the things that we feel justifiable to do. So that we was independent. If you talk about the judicial system, we all decry the judicial system because the poor man is not giving justice. Justice here is to the biggest bidder, the person who has so much. But by the same token, and at the same time, what is happening on the cocoa side, on the Missy side here in the United States, you have cases where the justice system is going haywire. And I bring one specific case into, there are several, but I bring Abrego Garcia. Abrego Garcia was taken from here and from Maryland and sent to a different place. Judges said, no, he's not guilty. But the power that be said he is guilty. How do you reconcile that? How do you constructively reconcile that? Is that justice? Even as we speak, the Civil Rights Act was gutted just recently.
30 seconds, sir.
Is that the justice that you are talking about? Learning, therefore, my conclusion is that you have these inadequacies even in the Western world, as it is in the Republic of Liberia. And it's even worse on their side. That should be the light of the world. Then it is on the side of Liberia. Do I agree with the 300,000 persons that were killed? Absolutely no. But it's because of this indifference, political indifference, and we interpret that to be law, and we bring that into the discussion. When you've come to realize at the end of the day,
okay,
we disengage.
2 minutes over.
Instead of coming together, no, Mr. Nubo, don't do that.
Allow me to handle this, please.
Man, don't do that.
Do this,
I
sir.
mean,
The
you
train of
can't
thought.
allow the man to talk the whole night.
No, I'm not talking the whole night. You talk more than
Then I
me.
will go to bed.
Seconds. You're making this too long, Mr. Nubo. Relax. I got this.
Every time I reclaim my time.
10 seconds, sir. 10 seconds. Go ahead.
I reclaim my time.
10 seconds, you will talk for 1 minute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
10 seconds. Mr. Nubo, trust me, sir. Trust me. I got
No,
this.
I'm looking at the clock.
It's okay.
So,
I got my own clock. Go ahead,
thank you very much. Please back me. Please protect me. All due respect to Councillor Swami, all due respect. I think you have Coco and you have Missy. You have the right side, you got the wrong side. That's what life is all about. All things can never, ever be equal. There's nowhere in the world that all things are equal. Secondly, in Liberia, we cannot be put on the same scale like London, like America. And even if we were to be put on that scale, they have their own disparities in their legal system. I stop right there.
Thank you, sir. Look, gentlemen, I got. First of all, I want to appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know what time is it right now? We're going to 8:40, and I've only lost one panelist. I never had this before. This is great. I'm sorry. I mean, I still had a full panel with me everybody that started the show.
Okay,
This is
because you allow me so maybe to talk for 5 minutes.
no, that's not true, sir.
That's the problem.
That's not true.
That's the
Well, let me.
problem. And everybody want to come
Mr.
on and
Nemo, you
wait.
have got 15 minutes.
It's okay, Mr. Nubo. It's okay. Let me go to Mr. Swami. You agree that because you are the legal practitioner here on the panel, I want to come to you last. So let me go to Mr. Monju. Mr. Monju, is there any question or comment you want to add to this? No, you know what? No. Hold on. Mr. Monju, hold on. Don't say anything, sir. Let me go to Mr. Swami. Let he respond to Mr. Nippy. Then I gotta go to another topic on the same discussion because this is so big.
Let me just say I don't have much time.
All right, my man, hold on back. Give me at least 20 minutes, I beg you. Mr. Swami, please come in.
Well, you know, how you call it? I've forgotten his name. I think he's missing. Mr. Nippet is missing emotions with fact. Where he's erring is this: nobody has said that civil rights was not honored as such in the United States. In fact, if you follow the history of this country, you go from slavery, you go to Reconstruction. Always, the power that be from the South has always sought to roll back the law. It has been a continuous struggle. Okay, nobody is saying that there's not those attempts, but the one thing I will tell you about our judicial system is they have fought back. The lower federal courts are still applying the law, irrespective of what the Supreme Court says. Okay. Now you talk about Abrego Garcia. You're missing a point. Abrego Garcia was deported. A federal judge sitting in Baltimore said, "Bring him back." He was brought back. Charged him again.
Mr. Swami, can you adjust the camera because we don't even see you at all?
Oh. Okay, you can see me now.
Very good.
Yeah.
So Mr. Garcia was sent overseas. A federal judge ordered him to come back to the United States. That's why having the president of the United States say something else. That's telling. Okay? That's telling that a judge acting on his judicial independence is telling President Trump, I want him back. You didn't follow the procedure. Square that with our country. Let me give you one example. Our country that says that banning a sitting president who participated in committing war crimes cannot be banned because you violated her constitutional rights. Let assume that I agree with it. That Supreme Court ruling say, oh, we are remanding this thing back because we realize that the victims also have the right to justice. No, it did not happen. You cannot compare the United States with Nigeria. We have not started. Compare our judiciary with Gambia. You will find out that we're 30 years behind our African peers. Nobody, not one of us here hates Liberia. We all love our country. We want it to be the best. But the way we can become the best is not to subscribe to ideas that have never worked. Nobody is saying white people should take over the country. When I say judicial trusteeship, we can have African professionals, jurors, lawyers, exclude me from it. I shouldn't be a part of it. We can take them from anywhere in Africa and pay them through an international system that we all agree on to come and help Liberia. My brother, it's hard to listen to you. Our judiciary is a joke. It's a joke. Lawyers take bribes, they take people money, then they give the judges their share. Things don't get done. People are getting frustrated. You understand why people are cutting one another in the street with machetes? It's because the justice system is not working. We can't throw money at it. You talk about independence. I want African countries to be independent. I want to be able to go into a hospital in Liberia and be able to get injection whereby I won't fear that the nurse was not trained right, she will hit the wrong vein. An independent country feeds its people. An independent country controls its resources. An independent country makes things that it wants and its people need. Liberia is too old. 1822, we declared independent 1847. We can't even make whatever people use out of rubber to reduce disease. We can't make it.
condom.
Yeah, we can even make condom. And you're talking about independent. Our president go around the world begging for pennies, but they are sitting over well. They give them penny and then they take more resources from them. It's not an independent country. The vast majority of the continent is run by sycophants and dummies, if you want me to tell you. That's what I'm
Oh,
decrying. I'm not saying I hate
that's a
Liberia.
powerful language, Counselor.
I'm not saying that I want Africa to do better. Then you and myself will not be here. Then the children
Okay.
we have will not be here. That's what I'm saying.
Mr.
Well, I
Swami,
think
do
we're
you hear
singing
me?
the same song.
Mr. Swami,
We're
do you
singing
hear
the
me
same
now?
song because I did mention about
I'm
having
going to have to
judges
mute you
exchange
both.
program.
I'm going to have to mute you both because you need to hear me. I beg you. Am I being heard?
Yes.
Mr. Nubo? Mr. Gamonde? Are you being hearing me? Mr. Munju?
Mr. Monju, check out.
No, he's still here. He's still Mr. Swami, do you hear me?
You loud,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I'm getting through. Gentlemen, I think we're going to hold on the other side of the conversation. Mr. Napier made his case. Mr. Swami made his case. We're going to keep it that way. I want to bring you another angle in the last 14 minutes that we have. Gentlemen, it's almost 1 a.m. in Liberia there. I got to have my student people go to bed. They got to go home to the family. I know some of you have seen this, and I want to start with you, the legal mind, the person here, Mr. Swami, that Mr. Yeke Koluba said that, you know what, I'll go to you, Mr. Nubo. Let's start with you, Mr. Nubo. Yeke Koluba said, former representative Yeke Koluba said, or should we say a suspended Yeke Koluba said, or expelled Yeke Koluba said, that
He's
Madam,
former. He's former. He was expelled.
yeah, he was expelled, so he's former. That's right. Okay. Former Representative Yeke Koluba said that what her name, the Madam Finda Bondo is beginning to talk. That's why Madam former Vice President Juha Watila was arrested. Is it true that you think that Finda Bondo, in spite of you not having all the evidence and anything to that, but do you think there's any truth to what the former representative is saying?
Well, I don't have any proof, and I have not uh, heard that. But what I heard is the company that built Finda Bono out is being questioned. That's what I heard because there are I think there are some irregularity, in that company operation. Uh-huh. So that's what I know. I don't know. I have not heard, Yeka Koruba. Yeka Koruba is not credible, and and uh, most of the things that you see on the internet, anti-government entering utterances come from Yeka Koruba. So no, I don't know why a spoon will keep him there, but he is not a credible person. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. George H. Noble. Mr. Monju, let's come to you, sir.
I, I I really don't comment on anything that comes from Prophet Key, the likes of Prophet Key. I just don't. So I'm sorry.
No, that you can call him on that proper key.
I said those two people. I don't comment on
Oh,
anything. I
those
just
two
don't.
people. Okay. All right. You wanted to come in previously. Let me have you say your piece.
Yeah. Basically, what I was saying, what I was about to say. So, we have a former VP behind bars in custody. I guess that shows that no one is, above the law. That said, the real test, however, will be, whether the government can present credible evidence, chain of custody, forensic evidence uh, in some cases, and basically conduct a fair and transparent trial. Follow the money, expose the entire network, and prosecute everyone involved, regardless of political party, position, or personal connection. What we need in Liberia, and we need it critically. We need justice, not spectacle, accountability, not selective prosecution. So let our VP, you know, have a jury of her peers determine her guilt or innocent. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Gentlemen, I got to run.
No. Before you go, I beg you. Give me 1 or 2 minutes of your time. Because I think you bucked the trend there. From what Mr. Swambi was saying. I mean, can you go back to what you? I missed my train of thought right there. I'm sorry. Please, they were very fast on me just now. From the beginning, what did you say? I beg you.
I said, so we have a former VP behind bars in custody. So that shows that no one, if you look at it on paper, you would say it shows that no one is above the law. That's what I said at the beginning.
Okay, I mean you said something.
But I said, however, the real test will be whether the government can present credible evidence, maybe strong forensic evidence that would prove guilt. Like chain of custody, perhaps, that would prove guilt, bank transactions, all those sort of stuff,
Yeah.
But basically, it should be a fair and transparent process. That's what I was saying.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So now that you repeat that, see, it came right back to me. It keeps flooding back to me. Because Mr. Swambi said, we don't have a judicial system. He dismisses that. But you seem to think that you seem to take another view of that.
And we are not independent. You missed that.
Yeah, he also said that.
We are not independent.
Well, let me say something.
And the judicial system.
When he said that, and if you're Liberian, if you've been keeping an eye on Liberia in terms of what's going on in terms of the judiciary, yeah, he's right. The judiciary system is not impartial. It's contaminated. Then it can easily be bought. If you got money, you can pass through that process, bribe jurors, stuff like that. Yeah.
But you were just saying.
A case in point. Now, I'm not sure whether she will be tried in Liberia. That's why I said, a judiciary, jurors of her peers. I'm not sure she will be, and I got a gut feeling that she will not be tried in Liberia.
Where do you think she's going to be tried?
Well, the Westerners, they have a way. First thing.
Oh no! Hold on. You're bringing a whole new angle into this.
No. What?
Where?
That's why they call us a transshipment hub. That means it's a transitory process. The shipment is in Liberia and it's going to them. Okay.
Okay, but what that has to do with any
So that's
Western
why
tradition?
Maduro. That's why Mr. Hernandez from I think it was Nicaragua, and then who else again? Noriega.
Noriega.
Yeah, they say you take your cocaine and you send it to us, so we got a right to try you. That's why Maduro is in New York now, in prison. They could do the same. They could use that same theory to bring, VP Howard Taylor to the United States or to Belgium or to the Netherlands. They can apply that theory. Maybe the lawyer here can tell us the name of that theory, but I'm sure it has a name.
Okay, so let's go to the lawyer then. Mr. Swami.
Again, I'm going to be brief. I'm going to be brief because I'm a daddy of two, and I got to hit the bed soon. But before my wife gets mad.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
Okay, so here's the situation. Mr. Manju is right. Okay, but as I said, from the law's perspective, to bring Joao Howard Taylor in the United States for trial for drug dealing or the alleged, because it's an allegation at this point, have to have had some connection to the United States. You have to impact the United States. For example, maybe, again, like I'm saying, we're talking serious now. We're not talking about Nigeria and the joke it is. We're talking really serious stuff now. Maybe there's something in the indictment that you and I have not seen.
My man, I disagree. I disagree with that comment.
But wait, let me finish though. Let me finish. Okay. Maybe there's something that you and I have not seen yet.
No, but you can't speak to my country like that.
I can't speak to a country like what?
My country Liberia like that. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sir. But maybe the draw, our final destination was the United States. The United States is a tremendously powerful country, like I said, when it comes to criminal investigation. Maybe the drug were destined for the United States. Maybe somehow the drug impacted was destined for England. Like my brother said, is that Belgium, somewhere, some other European countries? Those countries will have jurisdiction in this matter as well. So they can take a look at it again, our judiciary, and say, hey, you guys are now up to the task. We are better equipped to try these people in an impartial judiciary, just like my brother said. So we're taking them from here to the United States. We're taking them from here to Great Britain. We're taking them from here to Belgium. We're taking them from here to Paris, France, where we think we can try them and give them a free and fair trial. That's not unheard of. The other thing also that somebody said today, I was the Finabondo thing. Now, like my brother with whom I was disagreeing, I don't give much credit to anything that comes from Yeke or Prophet Key. They're not just my guys, period. I'm going to leave it like that. But if somebody is in a jam like Finabondo, if I'm being hooked on something else, it's not common. We do this as defense attorney. We do it in the United States. Maybe the government wants some information. There's something in the background that my client knows. I, as the defense attorney, maybe some unsolved murder that my guy who's now facing 20 years of drug boss is going to go away for 20 years, has information on some unsolved case. It could be murder. It could be what have you. He gave me that information. I'm going to approach the prosecutor like tomorrow morning and say, look, I got something that you want. Can we work this out? If you give me XYZ, I can help you solve this crime. And guess what? Usually it works. I lessen my client's exposure and burden, and then the government they help the government wins. Everybody wins. It's a win-win situation. They solve a crime. I go away from last year. I've learned my lesson. I was still one of a criminal record, but I gave something. That's not totally unheard of. All of these things are not things that my point I'm trying to make is this. Having a tan skin pigmentation doesn't make anybody superior to the brown skin that come from Africa. We are equally talented, we are equally gifted, but we have to work on making our own institutions better so that when situations like this happen and our court speaks, it can be respected just like the court in London, England, just like the court in the United States, just like the court in Paris, France. That's all I'm saying. Okay, but right now we don't have the case in point. The missionary who went to Liberia impregnated a Liberian girl whose throat he tried to cut. What happened there? I mean, trust me, has any case been clear cut, acquitted? Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Mr. Swami, I'm glad you brought up that missionary case. But let me go to Mr. Please, I know you got to run, but please give us few minutes more, because we're going at this is at 1 a.m. in Liberia. I have to tell the student to go because I couldn't keep them online. So we are not online right now. I gotta let all of y'all know that, because it's too late to keep the guys in the studio. So I'm gonna take at least 10 minutes of our time. It's 9 o'clock here in America now. 10 minutes, gentlemen.
Yeah, African man, always 10 minutes.
I know, right? No. I'm going to stay with it. Trust me, Swami, I'm going to stay with it. 10 minutes. Mr. Napier, I want you to respond to Mr. Swami. You got 2 minutes, sir. I beg you.
Let me come in there with a disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer, even though I did small thing there at the university. He is a lawyer. He was taught on the strength of his legal empowerment, because he knows the law. I am not a lawyer, but that does not negate the fact that I cannot ably defend my country when it comes to all fingers not being equal. We are all not the same. Do we have some impediment? Absolutely. Do we give justice to the highest buyer or the person with money? It happens. But in some instances, we try to do our best. To discount, and I don't want to use this word disparage, but to discount the Republic of Liberia as not be. That's why he and I could go there for the next 10 years. We go on that. It will be like my friend Ian Yak and Dr. Famula. We will go toe to toe on that. It will be like Dr. Famula, because he is not accepting the view that I'm trying to propound. The fact that he is a lawyer practicing law in the United States of America does not clothe him with every information about our law system in Liberia. There are negatives and there are positive. In the same vein, he will agree if he cares to. There are negative and positive in the jurisprudence system in the United States, in London, in France, in Belgium, throughout the world. And I give him a classical metaphor that all fingers are not equal. The creator of heaven and earth made all things, and he did not make all human beings the same intellectual capacity. There are some people who are very, very brilliant, very, very extremely brilliant. And there are some people who will fight to make at least 79, 80. The highest they can go in class will be 85. Does it mean that they are not students? Does it mean that they will not pass to the next class because they have had the deficiency? Liberia does have some deficiency. Admittedly, I will say so. But to dispense of our independence, that Liberia is not a sovereign country and is trying to ask me what is independent. I say, well, I don't know what independent is. I say, well, so I broke independence down in the layman context. that anybody listening to us will be able to understand.
Mhm.
Being a lawyer does not make you to be more than any other person. That's your area. You have your qualification in your area. I am a public administrator. I am not a lawyer. But did I do a little bit of the law 101, 102? Yes, I did it. I did it. But does that make me a lawyer? Absolutely no. So I hate when people come on the radio because of where they stand in an external society to debase, to undercut, to disparage, and make my country, our country, to look like it should not exist on planet Earth. That is too demeaning. I could have been a lawyer. My son is a lawyer. My son is a lawyer. When he talking a big law, I got nothing to do with that a big law. That a law. He knows his law. But I got common sense to understand. I got common sense. And it is a common sense that our people refer to as wisdom. I am clothed with sufficient wisdom to understand the bandwidth of what they call an independent country.
All right, 30 seconds.
No. Let me learn, please. He talk about rubber, finishing thing. We've been on this set. I have said that we should make sure that Firestone give us at least 40% of the coagulated rubber so that we can make latex and other things. Am I indifferent when it comes to what is happening in Liberia? Absolutely no. But he cannot say we are not an independent country. He cannot say that. He should not say that. He is a Liberian. He's a Liberian lawyer. He should be a proponent of practicable solutions. Since he is a lawyer, come down to Monrovia, Liberia, your own country, and speak with the Bar Association.
All right.
This is what I have to offer so that our legal system can be polished.
Thank you.
I don't think they will say no to him. So I respect him, all due respect, but he should not disparage our country as not being independent. I want to stop right there.
Thank you, Mr. J. Christopher Napier. You see, I got my J in front of that name today. I didn't miss it.
You're right now. You got a J, you know.
Yeah. It has been a fascinating exchange. And this is what the organization stands for. We want to teach our people. All right. It's TOP. Teach our people. And we take the media to our people. And I think we have accomplished that tonight, gentlemen. Without further ado, the time is 9:08, which means it is 1:08 a.m. in Liberia, gentlemen. I cannot hold us any longer here. So allow me, gentlemen, to close for everybody. I beg you to come back tomorrow. If you didn't close tonight, you'll close tomorrow. I mean, Mr. Monju, I know you want to close, but I beg you. Let's come back tomorrow, sir. I beg you. Okay? Everybody, let's come back tomorrow and we'll close tomorrow. But at this point, I want to say thank you for coming and let's meet tomorrow, same time, same place on another topic. But thank you. You have done your people all the justice you can do tonight. And I appreciate your presence here tonight. I've never had this amount of people at this time on the platform. At this time, I'm telling you. Thank you so much. Good night.
TOP FM